YouTube! I'm in a better mood today. Sorry about the last video. I was kind of aggravated that day because I got bad news. But back to the dirty table construction area here. We're going to talk about a few things. One, we're going to talk about this spider that I'm working on here while we're listening to free, royalty-free YouTube music. So, first things first, there's a little mechanism that I'm working on right here, which is going to be put into the spiders. I kind of just rigged up a quick release valve with this tiny air compressor that came out of a Keurig coffee maker. It fills this chamber, and then one of these little, not so great, but okay. I mean, they're pretty good. If you're doing model airplanes and stuff, one of these SG90s, they're okay for, you know, if you don't want to be turning something like with a lot of force, because they're all, as you can see, they're all inside. They're all plastic gears, which strip out really easily. But they're great, little servos. So I won't kick on them because I mean, get like 5 of them or 4 of them for $4, $1 a piece. Then I got my bigger servo here, and then here's another little air compressor. I tried, but this little rascal right here, folks, it's smaller than this one, but it's like 100 times louder. So I can't have that in my spider because I want it to be playing music, you know, and not be freaking. So that's out, but it's still maybe a later project. But this spider's legs, or the front 4, will have 3 servos that control this side, 3 servos that control the other 2 on the other side. I'm working out the leg movements right here. All the cable tree, you know, all that good stuff will be internal, so it will be inside the legs, so that when I cast it, it'll be pretty, you know. And let me just get the spider out of here. But anyways, there's the. I only wants to hang on. There's the spider. You can see it up here. Its legs will raise up in the position they're in right now. That's the position it'll raise up, and then it'll have a couple, maybe 1 servo to control the back legs, just to make them dance a little bit, you know. They'll have 1 servo that controls the butt right there, and that butt will go up and down and back and forth, and all of the microprocessor, Arduino Nano, and all that stuff, and including that air compressor system, will be in the ass of my spider. Okay. This is the temperature controller that I so smart-assly showed you that I was working on in the last video. I did not tell you that I only use Omega thermocouple connectors, just because they're the best. Don't get them little cheap Chinese yellow ones. And I'll give you a good reference of why you don't want to order that little cheap Chinese yellow one. Let's get to the crap drawer here. And also, if you got like doing multiple wire connections before you do your soldering and stuff, get these Wagos. You know, you connect 3 wires to 1 wire. Just don't use these, but use them for temporary before you solder your stuff together. Yeah, my fingernail's dirty. I'm sorry. Just deal with it. Okay, so this is an Omega. Okay, and this is a Chinese one that they'll try to sell you. But don't make it look like it's that big on eBay or Amazon. But don't get this little rascal. Well, I mean, get it. I mean, it's not bad. It still gets the job done. It's just cheaper made. So, you know, depends on if you want solid posts, which is what this has. So as you can see, it's got solid posts. Whereas this one is just 2 flat, little thin pieces of metal. So that's the only real difference other than the size. Size comparison is made. But here's another servo. But anyways, getting back to this temperature controller, the reason why the guy ran out of, I was so pissed that I'd got all this stuff and he ran out of funding, so I ended up having to do it on my own. But anyways, I'm going to turn it into a rosin press, and if anybody knows anything about rosin, then you know what I'm talking about. And this is the press I'm building. Okay. This is the thing in the picture. I said, don't even ask about it, But this is a linear actuator, and that's what I'm going to use. And there's another one, and it puts out 900 pounds of, per square inch of torque. So that's what I'm going to use. But that's what I'm going to use this for. So what this has is the PID, of course. This is a switch to cut on the heater cartridges. This is an indicator light that indicates when it gets up to temperature. This is an indicator light for this 5-pin plug. And this is a switch that cuts the thermocouple off from this PID to hook up your e-nail, which will go right here. Your e-nail that you put on your your thingamajig on your, you people who do dabs know what I'm talking about. Anyways, so this is where you would plug your e-nail in. This up and down switch is for the linear actuator. On the back, you've got your plug for your linear actuator, you got your plug for your heater cartridges, you got your plug for your thermocouple, and a 15 amp fuse, which there should be too. Right there in that little spot where you see that square, there's going to be a 5-volt charger unit. I'm going to put it in there, and then of course you got your power module with your 15 amp fuse in it. So that's how that turned out, and I'll lay the phone down and so that's the inside of it. And let me tell you, that's a real son of a bitch to get all that in there. Do not pick a tiny box for your projects because it looks cool. Trust me, you will have problems. But it's all in there, so that's all that matters. And then I can put this on there. I'll bore me 4 holes in this, and the little feet will stick right on there, and that'll all be there, and it'll all be good, and it'll all be pretty. I'm going to take this to the machine shop and get it on the lathe and mill this out. Not mill it out, but lathe it out, I guess, because a mill and a lathe is 2 different machines. But there is lathes that stand up and down like a mill. But anyway, so on the spider leg, you've got the cables which will connect to the servos, which will pull the leg up and down, And then you got your other cable that will pull the leg. I can't do it with one hand. It's hard to do things with one. And of course, that's what happens, folks. That's what happens when you are all alone trying to make something. But anyways, I'll just hold it with my leg here and pretend that psychotic episode didn't happen. Because it didn't. It didn't happen. I'm on meds. It's okay. We'll put this heavy rascal here. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try this just for you folks, because I love you. Okay. So you got that one. Then you got this other one. You got the one that pulls it this way. Then you pull this other cable, and it pulls the other section like this. And then if I pull this even other cable, it'll make the little tippy finger go out. So it's got one here and one here. But anyways, that's about all I'm going to talk about today. And just a little tip for you folks that use Smooth-On, or any resin company really, but especially Smooth-On's Crystal Clear products. Study your data sheets, folks. Don't just think that you can keep that resin on the shelf for years at a time, because I was testing it so I can make the mold for this spider skeleton, and sure enough, it's gotten so old. And this is what will happen when it gets old, and you'll know really quickly, especially if it's urethane resin. Do you see them air bubbles in there? Them air bubbles were not that size. Urethane resins absorb moisture in the air, and during the curing process, and that moisture gets trapped, and it'll cause them air bubbles, let me put that here, to expand and keep expanding. as you can see. Them things that you see right there were the size of a grain of fucking salt. And now I'm just waiting to see how big it gets. Gotta love that free music. Be listening to some Portishead right now, but anyways. Okay. Oh, and if you're interested in some good reading, always my favorite, you gotta have your turtles there. But this book right here, Science of Marijuana, great book. Marijuana, guilty, not guilty as charged. And one of my all-time favorite books is From Chocolate to Morphine, which is a great damn book. And yeah, so until our next video, oh, look at this scary guy right here. I want you to watch the next video. But anyways, folks, I hope you have a great day. Till the next video. Enjoy your